Hello, wonderful people, men and women of good conscience and lovers of freedom all over the globe. We bring greetings to you from the desk of Nicky Bobby, where we bring you reliable news across Biafra land. Today being the 22nd day of July 2022. And of course, today is Friday to be precise. And we must say good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on your time zone. Today, as usual, we have come again with some vital news and some breaking news that is quite necessary for you to get abreast of. And before we continue, we must urge you, do not forget to hit the subscribe button as well as to give us thumbs up should you like what we are doing. You can go ahead and share our videos to those who might need it. Today was another day that presented itself with some level of good tidings. We have some meaningful news that's emanated from someone who is really close to us. In fact, if I say close to us, it is a misnomer to use that word. One of us, whom am I pointing to at this particular point in time? This is Barrister Ifani. Ejiofor, or the Federal High Court that is sitting in Oka in Anambra State, have really passed a judgment as regard to the invasion that was carried out in his house some time ago, where they really created a serious issue, serious chaos. This is the situation. And this has been on the road all this while. It has been in courts, but the justice situation in the Zoological Republic. But finally today, they executed a very resounding judgment. And this case is between Barrister Ifani Ejiofor Esquire versus the Zoological Republic Police Force, the Inspector General of Police, the State Security Service, the DSS, the Director General, the State Security Service, as in their head, the Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps, the Nigerian Army, the Chief of Army Staff, as well as Chukwuka Chizoroma Febu. You know him, aka Udele Speaks. Udele. And you can understand that all this while, as we have been saying, that he is involved in some of the things that are taking place. It has been come to its fulfillment, and the world has come to see. So he was one of them that followed in that, should I say, fateful day? No, it's not a fateful day. It was a very misfortunate day. Anyway, well, to bring everything to the conclusion is that the court ruled that Barrister Ifani Ejiofor should be compensated by the Zoological Republic with all these aforementioned persons, the respondents, of 100 million naira as regards to the total damage that caused by these people, and they should compensate him again with 5 million naira for the amounts and the cost of the Camry that they set ablaze, as well as 2 million naira again for the suits that it cost them. Well, the judge equally says that they should write publish an apology for 2 dailies, and that people all over the Zoological Republic have to understand that they were wrong. They felt violated his fundamental human rights. Well, this is the thing. Sometimes you don't really understand these things deep down. And I will come to that later. So there is a lengthy write-up here. But as of all these things, we have to understand that a lot of things were involved. Both the domestic staff of Barrister Ifani Ejiofor, Mr. Okafor Lawrence Ugochukwu, who was the gardener, and Mr. Felix Okonkwo, who was the driver, as well as Mr. Ikenna Chibike, who was the steward to Barrister Ifani Ejiofor. Of course, his personal assistance was deleted by these people and set him ablaze. These are things that are going on. So a lot of things are involved in these judgments. We are happy that finally justice has really been delivered. Well, that's one thing. It is one thing to say, to pronounce a judgment. It is another thing to carry out that content of judgment. Because from all I know, all the judgment of, all the pronouncement of judgment that has been issued over the period of time, none of them has been carried out. We hope that the Zoological Republic will be able to do the needful in this case, at least for once, for them to really sometimes prove some people wrong. Let them know that how some people might be portraying them is not the way they look. Well, of course, They cannot do that because that is exactly the replica how they look. The Zoological Republic is an unfortunate menace to so many people. It's an unfortunate creation to the inhabitants of that region. Honestly, in your next world, you'll not pray to have something like the zoo. If you sit down to reflect and ponder over the situation of the zoo, those who claim to be the rulers, you wouldn't like to be there. You wouldn't like in any day for you to be identified as one of somebody who is coming from the zoo. That's that. And further, Barrister Ejiofor really extended his gratitude to so many people, a lot of people, even including all the IPOB, all the Omuchineke, all Biafrans. But special thanks goes to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu for encouraging him all this while he's fighting. Well, that's that. We so much appreciate. And having said that, I just want to come up to something that's Somto Okonkwo wrote. It's quite, when I read it, I really appreciated it. He reflected on how the movement of IPOB has been, how it started in a way, how some people, those who have been faithful and loyal to this movement has been there, as well as some people. He said that so many people came into IPOB with different motive, which he outlined at the beginning. They were doing eye service. They were showing their trying to buy the favor of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and that is the eye service, portraying what they are not. Now, in as much as Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is no longer here, as soon as he was renditioned, this person's character changed overnight. They turned from sheep to wolf, and this is the issue. I just want to lift up a paragraph amidst of his write-up when he said, Somto Okonkwo wrote and said, we know them in this movement, we know who is who. Some people came into this struggle for money, popularity and fame, sabotage, political points, and other sinister agendas. But at the end, no matter how long it takes, they will eventually get exposed and fail. I can assure you, it's inevitable. And I quite agree with him. Totally, 100%. I agree with him. Like him, Somto Okonkwo, he has been here following this struggle judiciously. He has contributed a lot. And there are so many people who have equally contributed a lot, while some other people have really derailed. Some of them that came with interior motive. Some people join in order for them to make money, to leverage through IPOB and make money. Some people join in order to, for their fame, for them to be known. You know their name. Yes, I'm this person. While others still join in order to sabotage the struggle. This is the way it is. But those who know themselves must continue doing well. Of course, there have been so many soldiers who have fallen along the line. And these are the ones that paid ultimate price. So what I'm trying to let you know, Christ himself, Yahushua said, not everyone that call upon my name that is doing my will. Because I personally, I have experienced the first hand of even though some of them who might call themselves, well, let me not go deep into it. So that bear it in mind that everything you are seeing, not all that glitters are gold. All right? That's that. So I key in to what Somto Okonkwo said and give this advice, and from my first-hand experience, that's why I'm giving this advice. So, and I hope that some of you, a lot of you, will heed to this particular advice. And following that, just want to bring to your knowledge of the situation report from Kaduna Zaria Express Road. And there was a fatal accident that took place there that claims the life of about 30 persons. So they were even burned to death because of this accident. This accident took place between a Toyota bus as well as a Volkswagen Golf. And this is the situation currently. I wouldn't say, well, that road used to be so free to run. It's in those places that you have a clean road where you can operate for sometimes 1 hour. You will not even match a break because you know the situation of that side. So this is the situation. The accident was so fatal. We just pay condolence to those who are involved. Of course, there is no one that is good. And that's why We continue working hard to make sure that everything is put in place when Biafra is restored. Because in Biafra land, you will see top level, top notch management from all angles, security, economic, and every other thing. You see it in Biafra land. And that's why we are dreaming of it. We are envisioning it. We are calling it with our two hands. But we will continue working hard until it is gone. Wonderful people, we thank you for listening. And we say until Biafra is fully restored, we will not rest. All of us have our citizenship in Biafra land.